Morning everyone, and happiest wishes of Pharmacist Day to all. Today I'm here to take charge over the animal cell culture. In that bit, we are going to see, or I am trying to explain, growth of cell culture, general procedures of cell cultures and their application. In case of introduction, I have put forth few definition which would be very important in further slides to understand what exactly the procedure is of. First point says us the am I audible? Clearly audible, no?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes.
You continue.
Okay, thank you. First, the animal cell culture is a technique in which cells or tissue are obtained from animals and they are grown and maintained in a suitable medium for observing their colonies, their mode of reproduction, and other, let's say, vital metabolic phenomena. Okay, for that purpose, we are culturing the animal cell into a suitable medium. Okay, the animal tissue culture is divided into organ culture and cell culture. In this point is well explained by the diagrammatic presentation in the slides of sirs, where the rat is taken and the testes of rat was isolated, and from that testes the cells of the testes are isolated in the cell culture, whereas the tissue fragment or the excise organ of the testes is taken in case of organ culture. So it is similarly in the organ culture we will see the further documentary definitions too. But let me explore here that in organ culture we are taking the tissue fragment from any organ, whereas in the cell culture we are isolating the cells from that particular organ. Okay, the third point tells us about the definition of organ cell culture. It is the whole embryonic organ or tissue fragment are cultured in vitro in such a manner that they retain their few or all histological characteristics. Now here we can draw out information over the aspects like how it had accommodated the culture media for its growth, and in that manner. If we are taking the embryonic organ or a tissue fragment and they are cultured in vitro in such a manner that they are returning their few or all histological characteristics, and on behalf of that we can conclude many more aspects of the uh, of the yeah, of the tissue or the embryonic organ taken from the particular or concerned animal. Okay, the cell culture is derived from dispersed cell taken from original tissue from a primary culture or from cell line, or it is also known as cell strain, by enzymatic or mechanical disaggregation. So what basically it means, it is derived from dispersed cell. In we are knowing that adherent cell and non-adherent cells. The non-adherent cell is known as suspension cells. So here the cell culture is derived from the dispersed cell, okay, taken from the original tissue from a primary culture or a cell line or a cell strain by enzymatic or mechanical disaggregation. Now here the basically the culture is prepared by cell or tissue taken from an organism is known as primary culture. Okay, the cell line is what? It is the sequence of cell culture obtained from subculture or primary culture. Okay, the cell line is the sequence of what? Cell culture obtained from subculture or primary culture. So in this slide, in the introduction part, we have seen three basic definitions of organ cell culture, primary culture, and cell line. So here, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Yeah, anyone having any doubt? Because they are the documentary definitions. If you know that what is exactly meaning of that, you can write by your own words also. Yes. Okay. Next slide says about growth of animal cell. In that, animal cell culture media, it is the culture media where the animal's tissue or organ are supposed to culture to see their different kinds of metabolic aspects. First point says it is not only used for the cultivation of animals but also prominently used to observe their spreading colonies. Obviously, okay, there are two kinds of animal cell culture media. They are categorized into natural animal cell culture media and artificial animal cell culture media. The selection of the media in between the natural and artificial is done, which is based on type of cell being culture and the objectives or the purpose of culture. Okay, there are two kinds of animal cell culture media, natural and artificial. Then in between these two culture media the choice is done, which is based on cell which is being cultured, type of cell which is being cultured, and the purpose of culture. So let's see about the natural animal cell culture media. Definition goes with the media which is derived from the natural sources such as blood, serum, and other biological fluid is known as natural cell culture media. Okay, so here first the example they have took was blood plasma. Okay, plasma is what it is, the straw colored viscous fluid containing 90 to 92% of water and 6 to 8% of constituent particles. We have learned in the 12th standard. Okay, so it blood plasma, it says it provides a nutritive substrate and supportive cultural base for growth of animal cell. So no doubt it is the nutrient source. Along with that, it supports the culture of the animal which we are supposed to grow in that media. Okay, it has two prominent roles. The first is it provides the nutrient substrate and supportive cultural base for growth of animal, whereas second says it protects the cell from external trauma which is occurring during subcultures. Okay, even though it is providing the nutrient base and supportive cultural base, along with that, it is protecting the cell from external trauma, which is basically occurring during this subculture. And also, it makes sure that the attachment of cell to culture. Okay, the usually plasma from chicken is used to mammalian plasma because it forms clear and solid coagulum even when diluted several times. Okay, here the plasma from chicken is used to culture the animal cell uh, because it forms the clear and solid coagulum. Coagulum is nothing but the aggregation of solid together or matter together, even when they are diluted several times. So it is one kind of advantage of this plasma of chicken that they are clear and solid. They don't get dispersed even they have diluted several times. The subsequent point tells us the plasma is obtained from centrifugation process of whole body prior coagulation. Now the plasma is obtained from the centrifugation process. The RPM value varies. So yeah, it is taken out by the centrifugation process and of the whole blood prior to the coagulation. The tissue is placed in it and coagulation is stimulated by adding thrombin or tissue extract. So here the mechanism of blood coagulation also matters, that thrombin is the component which usually converts the soluble fibrinogen to insoluble fibrin. So that insoluble fibrin aggregates together and forms the coagulum near the cut. Similarly, the and in the blood plasma, we are taking the tissue which is coagulated by adding the thrombin or the tissue extract of that particular animal. Okay, done with this slide? Yes, may I proceed?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we have seen about the blood plasma that the centrifugation process is required and the plasma from chicken is used because it clear and solid. It forms the clear and solid coagulum even though it has diluted several times. So basically we have seen about the blood plasma. Now we are moving to the blood serum. The serum is what? It is the devoid of coagulation factors, that is globulin, albumin, fibrinogen. Okay, serum is nothing but the plasma devoid of blood factors. The blood serum, the fibrinogen free plasma with or without nutritive substance is used in animal tissue culture. The blood serum is an exuded liquid from coagulation blood and it's filtered through millipore filters. Now, let me draw your attention to these millipore filters. They are the spherical round shaped chamber which are usually used to filter in vivo formulation. Okay, it you have to mark this point. It is I have found it's very rare. Okay, the blood serum is the exuded liquid from coagulation blood and it's filtered through millipore filters. Okay, the sera, it is nothing but the serum used is calf, bovine, fetal bovine, horse, and human serum. Okay, we have seen about the blood plasma. We are taking there as mainly, yeah, chicken plasma. Okay, here in the serum, blood serum, we are prominently using which serum? Okay, yes, it is. We are using the serum of calf, a bovine, fetal bovine, horse, and human serum. Okay, the blood serum is highly complex mixture of plasma proteins, peptides, lipids, and other biochemical entities. You know very well about this. Okay, fifth point says the chicken serum is prepared by coagulation of plasma. The plasma is coagulated with addition of embryo tissue extract or thrombin. Then the tubes are incubated at 37 degrees Celsius for several hours. The coagulated plasma is broken down and into the fragments and serum is separated out through centrifugation. The tissue extract commonly used are liver, spleen, bone marrow, embryo. Here in the blood serum, the procedural part is that when we are taking the when we are drawing the chicken serum from the coagulation of plasma, initially, the plasma is coagulated with addition of embryo tissue extract or thrombin so that the plasma on the addition of thrombin or tissue extract will get coagulated and then that coagulated tubes of plasma are incubated at 37 degrees Celsius for several hours and that coagulated plasma due to the incubation for several hours at 37 degrees Celsius will get broken down into fragments and serum gets separated out through the centrifugation process. Okay, and the tissue extract which are basically used to add into the plasma for its coagulation are livers, spleen, bone marrow and embryo. Okay, they are the 5, 6 and 7 points are supposed to draw into the procedural part. Okay, it is kind of introductory part, it is not very deep. It is to understand you what exactly happens in the blood serum. Okay, so here the principle, procedure, construction, diagrammatic presentation. I have not felt it is needed because I am not taking whole the lesson. The sir is taking, so it's kind of intro part for you all. Okay, now let's see the preparation of chick embryo. Okay, the first point says us the chick embryo extract is prepared from 10 to 12 days old embryo. Okay, it is prepared from 10 to 12 days old embryo. The embryos are isolated from the egg obviously and then mixed with homogenizer with measured quantity of salt solution. Okay, the chick embryo is extracted from the 10 to 12 days old embryo, and the embryo is isolated from the egg, and then it is mixed with the homogenizer with the major quantity of salt solution. More precisely telling, it is 2 ml per embryo. Okay, when we are extracting the embryo from the egg, it is get mixed into the homogenizer with measured quantity of salt solution, 2 ml per embryo. The curd extract is fractionated to give fractions of either low or high molecular weight. Okay, we are getting the fractions after implication of the salt solution to the embryo. Two fractions we are getting of either low or high molecular weight. The low molecular weight fraction promotes cell proliferation, whereas high molecular fraction promotes pigment and cartilage cell differentiation. Okay, another rare point, you can note this, that low molecular weight usually promotes the cell proliferation, whereas high molecular weight fragment promotes pigment and cartilage cell differentiation. It fifth point says it's centrifuged and again diluted up to 10 to 15 times, and it is dried and stored at frozen state. Okay? Okay? Yes, any doubt in this? The chick embryo is taken from 10 to 12 days old embryo. It is extracted from egg, then mixed with the salt solution. Then when it is fractionated, we are getting low and high molecular weight fragments, whereas low molecular weight fragments promote cell proliferation, whereas high molecular weight fragment promotes pigment and cartilage cell differentiation. Whereas then they are centrifuged and again diluted up to 10 to 15 times, then they are dried and stored at frozen state. Okay, now the artificial media, it was about all the natural animal cell culture media. In that we have basically gone through the blood plasma, blood serum, and then we have seen what are the procedural steps for the preparation of chick embryo. Now we are moving towards the artificial media. So artificial media is prepared by adding organic or inorganic nutrients, vitamins, salt, serum, proteins, various gas phase. Okay, they are the artificial media which are usually prepared by adding organic or inorganic nutrients. The artificial media are as follows: the minimal essential medium, CMRL, RPMI, and Hums F12 Fisher's media. They are the quite examples which I have found in the book, which are coming under the artificial media. So basically the artificial media are again categorized into serum containing media and serum free media. Whereas in the natural media we are observed that they are categorized into blood serum and blood plasma. Similarly, in case of artificial media, they are categorized into serum containing media and serum free media. Now let's go with the serum containing media. In animal cell culture media, 5 to 20% serum is added in many serum free media. So basically the serum culture media is prepared by adding 5 to 20% of serum into the serum free media, and then we will get the serum containing media which is implicated for the animal cell culture process. So serum is the source of many nutrients. We are knowing that nutrient, vitamins, hormones, growth factors, proteins, minerals, etc. Okay, so it is one kind of merit of the serum to culture the animal cell so that we can see the various phenomena of that particular cell culture of animal which are isolated from the animal body due to the serum, because serum is containing many more nutrient entities. Okay, it is one kind of merit of serum containing media. So subsequent point says, as it has so many essential biomolecule entities which can be excellent source for animal culture, the serum containing media is used as the culture media. So along with the merits, the demerit also evolves. They are the as follows: serum containing media is expensive, they are chemically less stable, act as the source of contamination by holding viruses, mycoplasma, pyron. Yeah, the serum is usually isolated from an animal body, obviously. So sometimes if
Malega, just a minute. Excuse
yes,
me.
sir.
Just a minute. Sorry guys, as we are celebrating the World Pharmacist Day, just I got one message from Anup sir. We have to attend one webinar, I think, which is organized by our Indian Pharmaceutical Association. So just a minute, I will share a link. So please, you can join through a link. It is a mandatory to all of you. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, just I got a message from principal sir. So I'm sharing a link. Yeah, I shared in your chat box. So please just check it out. It is working or not. I think in your group also, Gajali sir shared a link of YouTube. I hope it is working to all of you. Done.
Sir, the webinar is supposed to start. It has not started yet. Hello, sorry. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Actually,
Yes.
yeah. Actually, from my side, I say a big thank you to student 225 as in a way you gave a presentation and your slides are very excellent as it is very detailed. I think just a minute. Actually, I want to say a big thank you to student 225. I think near 2 or 3 slides are remaining. How many slides are remaining? Student 225?
Sir, almost 4 slides are remaining.
Okay. So how much time you need?
Sir, if you grant me permission within this 12 minutes, I will wind up this.
Yeah, okay. I think we have to join that YouTube link. So better we will discuss in a tomorrow. Still continue with this session, or you can continue to join with that YouTube link. But it is a mandatory to all of you. Okay. And
Okay, sir.
once again, thank you to you.
Yes, sir. My pleasure.
Yeah. So guys, already the program has started. So please join through the link.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Or can I show on the screen? It is better to all of you. Can I directly show on my screen? Just a minute, I will share here. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, we had a photograph.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute, I will once again refresh it. So it will be helpful to you. Yeah.
Morning, good afternoon, good
Yeah.
evening to all the people depending on where you are connecting us from. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, a very happy Fountains Day to all of you. As we all know that how important this day is to all of us, that it is the date that FIP came into existence in 1912 with a great purpose of this day to encourage activities that promote and advocate for the role of pharmacists in improving health in every corner of the world. Well, myself, Pregna Illa, Chairperson, Indian Pharmaceutical Association Students Forum, would like to welcome you all for today's CL Farm Forum webinar. Before the launch of today's program, let me acknowledge some housekeeping rules for the smooth going of our webinar. This webinar is live streaming in IPSF YouTube channel, and the recording will also be available at CL Farm Forum website later. All participants in Zoom will remain muted, and share your questions through chat box to join the discussion at the end of 15 minutes at the closing time of our webinar. To all the people, those who are watching live stream in YouTube, please engage, connect with each other and leave your comment at the end of the webinar. And your feedback is most welcome at the end of our webinar and mail to us at ipsfactivities@gmail.com. Well, it is indeed a beautiful time also putting
I think some technical error has occurred.
pleasure to have you with
Gestures and our guidance and our cooperation definitely is going to be more useful for the CFM forum in organizing the event. We welcome you, madam. So receiving the document, thank you. It is very symbolic and practical that really necessary of not that if we have all the live platform we will come up with one way of expressing our gratitude and thanks for you both, like Dominic Jordan and you, for accepting our invitation and being a part of this platform. Thank you.
I'm especially honored. I'm especially honored to welcome our distinguished guest Manisha Sridhar once again. Thank you so much, ma'am. It's our true pleasure to welcome Dr. T.V. Narayana, President CFM Forum and National President IPA, and Dr. Rao Vadlamudi, President Commonwealth Pharmacist Association. Professional Secretary CFM Forum is with us today. Along with all these legendary people, I would like to welcome two more powerful women, Dr. Chinta Abhayavardhana ma'am from Sri Lanka and Mrs. Manjri Garat. Vice President FIP.
We talk about particularly the role of pharmacists in transforming global health. Exactly 1 year from today, 1 year, last year, we were at FIP in Abu Dhabi, and we still remember with great excitement the meeting that we had with Mr. Dominic Jordan, who really inspired all of us with his wonderful words and what we need to do to establish the role of pharmacists all over the world as a key person, as a key people who can transform global health. And today we are very delighted that
I think it is not working properly. So guys, we will continue with 5 minutes and then we will check it out over YouTube link. Or you can connect through a link. The link is opening to all of you. Is it working to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute, I will check some technical errors. Guys, all of you go through the link and please watch the YouTube video, as it is a live webinar on the role of pharmacist in a transforming global health in a background of COVID-19 in a Southeast Asia. So I will cancel our meeting. So tomorrow we will discuss in the continuation part of the cell culture. So in between you have any questions, please let me know. Just give me 1 minute to take attendance. Yeah. So please go through the link, join the live webinar, and learn some roles of a pharmacist through the YouTube link. So once again, I would like to say a happy Pharmacist Day to all of you. So please go through the link. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you can leave the class. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Pleasure to have you.
Gestures and her guidance and
Yes, student 241, 320, you have any doubt? Student 325 on hold. Student 243, you have any question? 241. Student 325, you have any questions?